Greetings, it's just me, Lady ◍𝗪, your divine plant diva, here to get prepared to take my herbs to the next level. I'm going to be putting them in a stackable. Now, this is my first time doing a stackable, so bear with me as I move through this. As you can see, we have a combination of different vegetables, and we look forward to you getting some lessons out of this, and maybe you can do your own stackable. So thank you, beautiful souls, for listening to me. Stay tuned.
Yes, I'm out here trying to make absolutely sure I get myself started. Gotta cut some of these old stems off, if you can make it as fresh as you can before you get your vertical stack together. And that's what I do. I try to make sure that as someone that loves plants, that I try to make sure they're as healthy as possible. So when getting together this vertical stackable, you do have to make sure that you take some time and you do something that's going to actually then benefit your plants and get them ready. So because they're going to do some harshness because you're transferring them out of one place and putting them into another one. Now I do always recommend that you keep the soil from which they came from. You got to take them out of the plastic, but that you keep the actual soil intact when you get ready to put them into a new environment, so that they can have some familiarity with their original old environment. As you can see, I do have some eggshells in here. As I say, I do put bigger eggs. Now, some people cut their eggshells up really small. Some people actually kind of boil a eggshell brew. But I just kind of crunch mine up and stick them in there. And I have not had any problems with them since I've done that. So use some of those eggs as a fertilizer. I would get these trays. Now, the trays can come in all different kinds, but I use regular moisturizing controlled potting soil just to add some moisture to the plants while I add them. I'm gonna add some water to it, but just so that the potting soil you get comes with the whole thing. And then I also have to add my fertilizer. I use fish fertilizer in plants, and I think that fish fertilizer is pretty good. And I always got to use my Super Thrive, which has vitamins. You don't use a lot of it, who has vitamins in it. And I do use multi-insect killer to kill off some of the insects that you will have that can come onto your porch when you're out trying to care for the plants. You have all kinds of critters that are often coming after the plant, so that is definitely something I use. So when I'm putting the stackable together, I'm following the instructions on putting it together, because as I explained to you all before, that my goodness, this is my first time doing it, so I just wanted to see how it would line itself out. And you can see that tray at the bottom is what it's going to sit on. So when water drips down, the water will drip down into the tray, and it won't drip down into the neighbor's house. So just so that you're mindful of that. So I'm following the instructions. I like the way this thing looks. I got this color on purpose because it kind of reminds me of my clay pots. So I got this color, but they did have a variety of colors. One of them I saw was green. I thought that was cool, but the plants that I have, the herbs that I have, are already green. So when you have something green like that, I think that the contrast with that would be really nice to use, would be that color. So as you can see me, I'm getting the soil together so that I can pour it in these pots, and these individual stackable trays, which you can see there's 3 sides where you can per tray in this particular stackable, and some other ones they have more, but as you can see here, they have 3 sides. So I'm just putting a little base soil. You might do it the way you do it. I'm not trying to determine how folks are supposed to do it, but this is how I do it. And I stack, just kind of put some soil down first, and once I do that, then I know that I'm going to be, like I said, I'm using some of the original soil to the plants, but it's important that I put all my other ingredients in there. I just put just a little bit of the insecticide, bugicide, mites, getting rid of those things in there and just kind of putting it on there. Now they do have a measuring amount that you use, but I just use a little sprinkle of mine. And as you can see here, I'm taking out the plant now, and I'm just gonna, you know, put it in the one spot there, because I think, you don't have to make any exceptions to the rule about plants. You just decide which one you want to put there. Some people have a system. I don't. I just kind of, I'm careful, as I kind of squeeze around to try to get my plants out. Now, I did see some farmers actually put water in the containers before pulling them out, but I just kind of found it to be better for me to not fill it with water, so it could be a little easier. You see, that was pretty rooty, so it's gonna like some root. That's a pepper plant. It's gonna like the like the soil. It's gonna like the moisture that we have there. So you can see I'm having a lot of fun here. And if you are a person that really enjoys doing outside activities and you don't have a big old backyard, look, I don't have that. I live in Chicago. I live in the city, and I live in a condo unit. And so it's easier for me, I think, it's easier for me to, enjoy some of the amenities, because it's really just me and a few people in my house, not a whole bunch of folks. So as you can see, I put all of these things together. Now at the top, I went and put some I'm going to be ultimately putting some plants in the top one, but as you can see, I use some pots to put in there, and I just thought it would, it looked better to me. So you might tell me how you think that would look for you, but I thought it would be better for me to put them at the top. But I got kind of everything centered. That's what it looks like. Of course, I'm going to take it off the table outside and put it on the ground, and on that, as you can see, that bottom stirring piece, so that we can get some new growth. And we're going to show you a little bit of it. So here, some time has passed, several weeks have passed, and I just wanted to show you, how this thing looked. And you can see how wonderful it looks. As you can see, my peppers, you can see my lavender, you can see my what is that, my parsley. As you look at my peppers, look at those things, are really good. If you take a look at them, you can see how nice, and they hot too. They really hot. So just so that you take a look at those. Don't allow anybody to stop you from doing some of the stuff that you think that is good to do. Keep going forward in your life. Enjoy. Grow you some herbs on your porch. Grow you some vegetables on your porch. You can start from seed, as you can see some of my videos, or you can just get you a small plant and get it large like this one here. Take care, beautiful souls. Goodbye.